bottom down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Science scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I've paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning when pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Leadfoot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, the sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV. TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen, and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Webbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every life's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roar. Hawaiian drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On the foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pounding, the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive. Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on the brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll throw them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Science.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Leadfoot TV network. I am Chase Chloe, your lead and color announcer for the night. Behind the buttons tonight and the controls that make this all run smoothly is our own Landon Brown. Uh, Tonight we have a good race for you. Current conditions here in Indy are 66 degrees for your air temperature, 101 degrees for the track temperature. That's gonna play a little bit into tonight. We'll talk about that here soon. You got 63% in humidity, and your wind is coming out of the west southwest at about 5 miles per hour. And we are clear skies. Um, we got a pretty stacked field for you. Um, Tonight, it is our championship night, but this race represents something much bigger for at least one of us. 2 years ago, Devin Baker, which should be your lead car there, uh, lost his daughter unfortunately in a terrible accident. Losing a child is something that never heals. In honor of the endurance of the Baker family, we are racing tonight. In his daughter's name is Skylyn Baker, and the Skylyn Baker Memorial 100 is tonight's race. We are racing tonight in Sky's honor. As you look at your screen, Devin is pacing the field with everyone else. I lost everything. There it is. Devin is pacing the field with everyone else lined up 4 wide behind him as a salute to the perseverance and strength of the Baker family and as a symbol that we are all here for each other. I have a message from the Baker family I'd like to share with you guys. Before we begin, and this is from the Baker family, before we begin, I want to take a moment to honor my daughter, Skylyn Baker. She was the light of our home and the loudest in the best way. As the youngest, she brought energy, laughter, and a kind of joy that filled every room. She loved school, riding her bike, and playing volleyball. She loved life, and she lived it fully. She was only 12 years old, and she is missed and loved by so many. Today, I run for her spirit, her laughter, and the light she brought into all of our lives. Every step I take is for her. We love you, Skylyn Baker, always. And also from the Baker family, they just wanted to send a shout out to all the other drivers, the admins, the owner of Golden Racing League. Thank you all for joining this race in memory of my daughter, Skylyn Baker. He wanted all of you to know that. And with that, if you wouldn't mind, if you could please bow your heads for a few moments as we take a few moments of silence to remember Skylyn Baker. Alrighty, and we are back. Thank you for being here with us as we are actually about to go green, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. Got a car and the goes out in the wall, gets a little loose off the start. It actually appears we are still pacing. Guys, maybe spending a little extra time for Sky. She was a very special person to a good friend of ours, Mr. Devin Baker, there in your white car. Um, definitely shows the love and support that all these guys have, whether it's on the track or off. These guys take care of their own, even if they're competitors on the track. Um, they all definitely come together in a when a brother is in need, and you will see a few cars tonight with some memorials to Sky, as you see on your screen on the hood of Mr. Baker himself. That is Mr. Devin Baker that you are seeing. I apologize for the silence. We're all just kind of taking the moment in. It's a very wonderful tribute to his daughter on that car. And as you see behind him, all the other guys are showing their love and support by going 4 wide behind him. We will again take this moment to take another few moments of silence, as this is a very important person to all of us. Thank you for that silence. Sorry it was prolonged, but it was very much needed. Guy, you are missed. And we thank everybody for joining us tonight. Now it is time to get to championship night. Tonight with the Golden Racing League at Indy and the Skyland Baker Memorial 100. Tonight, as we roll in, we have a 70-point battle for the championship between Jared Murphy and Hunter Carlson, as well as a battle that we will not find out until after tonight's race for the top 10, which goes into next week's All-Star race. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick run through of your starting lineup for tonight. Starting on the pole is the number 96 of Wyatt Hundley. To his outside is the 46 of Mitchell Wilson. Row 2 on the inside, you got Cliff Mullins in the 82. Outside, Dustin Lewis in the 38. Row 3, you've got James Van Hoosen in the 05. Marty Roberts to his outside in the 53. Mr. Devin Baker in the 1 machine and on the inside of row 4. With Brody Byrne in the 61 to his outside. Row 5 on the inside, you got Jared Murphy in the 21 with Aiden Howard in the 9 car to his outside. Row 6 on the inside, you got Hunter Carlson sitting in second in points going into tonight in the 32. Chris Golden to his outside in the 86. Jeffrey Douglas in the 79 machine is inside row 7. Dagan Barnes in the 41 to his outside. Mr. Wayne Cannon in the number 29 car in row 8 inside. Nicholas Christ in the 74 to his outside. Row 9, you've got Colton Briner in the 14 with Daniel Michelle in the 26 to his outside. Row 10, you got Stephen Littrell in the 36. And David Warmuth in the 8 to his outside. That completes your 10th row. Row 11 and 21st position, you got Tice Lewis in the 45. To his outside, you got Chris Norris in the 56. Row 12, you got Joshua Tressler in the 69. Elijah Grant in the 95 to his outside. And to round out your field tonight, in the 13th row, you've got Rob Cottle in the 20 machine. And Daniel Jones in the 99 to round out your field. Looks like the lights are out. We should be going green flag racing out of 4. Tonight's strategies for these guys is going to be drafting, fuel, and tire management. We will see which drivers can utilize all these and be there for key movements at the end. Tonight's eyes again are on Jared Murphy and Hunter Carlson, separated by only 70 points. That is your championship battle tonight. Tonight's race is 100 laps or 251 miles. There are no stages tonight. There are 2 sets of tires in the pits for each driver. No fast repairs, and there will be only 1 green-white checkered attempt tonight if it comes to it. as these guys come around. They're gonna check them belts, tighten them down one more time. Pace truck comes off. And I think we'll steal one from Mr. Daryl Waltrip for this one. In Daryl Waltrip's words, boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing, boys. Green flag Leadfoot TV is out, and we are racing here at Indy. Wyatt Hunley jumps out to the early lead, followed by Wilson and Mullins. Got Hunley, Wilson, Mullins, your top three at the moment, followed by Lewis and Van Hoosen, your top five. Got some battling going on further back. 21 of Murphy, your current points leader. Devin Baker in the 1, sitting there in your 7th position. Keep an eye on your 8th place sitter and your 11th place sitter. That is your battle for the championship tonight. Again, coming into tonight, they were 70 points separated. On your screen, you got the 9 of Aiden Howard, currently sitting in your 10th position, getting battled by Hunter Carlson for that top 10. As Hunter Carlson tries to make his way into that top 10, if he can get past Howard here. Oh, we've got a car loose, and we've got a car spinning. That'll bring out your Elite Track Designs yellow flag. Looks like you got your 61 involved of Brody Byrne. And unfortunately, you've also got your 1, it looks like, of Baker. See if we can find out what happened there. Looks like the 61 got a little tight, pushed up, and got into Baker there, got him loose, and then 61 got turned around and got a contact with somebody behind him, gave him a little push after initial contact. On board with Devin Baker here. Unfortunately for those two, they will have to bring up the rear possibly. The 1 may get his... might get his spot back. I am not sure what they will do with that. But I believe they will bring up the rear of the field. They're definitely they're down but not out. There's still plenty of laps left for them to make their way back up through the field. I believe the 61 machine zigged when he should have zagged. Looks like the 61 may be coming down pit lane for some damage repairs. Got some definite look like nose damage there. Looks like we've got quite a few cars coming into pit lane. Everybody not quite liking what they're feeling already, so they are going in and making some adjustments to try to get a better handling in their cars. Some cars coming off the pit lane now. Looks like Devin Baker stayed out. Did not pit. Most of your guys making their way back out. Still a couple there on pit lane. Once again, if you just joined us, this is the Skyland Baker Memorial 100 presented by Golden Racing League at Indy. There's a lot at stake tonight for your top two, as I was talking about earlier. Jared Murphy and Hunter Carlson. 70 points you would think is a lot, but it is not a lot when you factor in different how the points are figured. It can go either way for one of those drivers at the end of tonight. As they get double filed back up, your Ace truck yellow lights are off. And you know that can only mean one thing. As we come out of 4 and they get into that restart zone, they are free to go anywhere between the lines of that restart zone. They're able to get on the gas anywhere in between. Whole lot of racing left. 12 laps in, and we have a lot to go. Oh, what just happened there? Should be good. As your pace truck pulls in, they're all making their way to that restart zone, that orange box you see there with the 2 lines going across the track. They're free to go green, and we are green, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. Hunley jumps out to the early lead again, followed not far behind by Lewis. I have no idea. I apologize. having a little bit of technical difficulty. Your top three is Hundley, Lewis, and Wilson. Hundley in that 96 right there. Lewis in the 38, and Wilson in that 46 Havoline car. Oh, that actually is wrong. I apologize. The 46 is second, and 38 is a Havoline car. I am sorry about that. Hundley, Wilson, Lewis, Van Hoosen in the 05, Roberts in the 53. Round out your top five currently. Luttrell in the 36, Douglas 79, Baker in the 1, Christ in the 74, and your current points leader, Jared Murphy in the 21, rounding out your top 10. Carlson, who's second in points, currently sits 14th. There's Stephen Luttrell in the 36 on your screen. Front six cars currently kind of pulling away a little bit from the rest of the pack. We've got another Elite Track Designs yellow. I think this is the time where we say, who done it? Looks like possibly the 41 of Dagan Barnes. Take a quick look back. Not sure we're gonna see what happened. Trying to see if we can get that footage back. Huh. We will, inside joke, call that reaching for the tear-offs. Not sure exactly what brought out that third caution. I wonder, Mr. Producer, do you think that we might be able to pull a Chris in to talk for a moment? Okay. Gonna see if we can get Chris Golden.
What's going on, Steven?
Chris Golden, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man. Go ahead.
Hey, I saw you guys. Most of you guys pitted a little early. What's the how's the car feeling?
My car feels really great. My teammates right now, they have a little bit of a tight condition they're fighting. Made a couple small adjustments, just to try something in practice, and I kind of liked it right at the end, so I left it here in the car. Trying to hope to get a couple longer runs. Maybe my teammates' cars will loosen up a little. Obviously, Hunter right here in front of me. We're trying to run together, save fuel in this one. But as of right now, my car feels great. We just took fuel to essentially get a jump on everybody else, kind of get off cycle a little bit.
Absolutely. Strategy is the name of the game here. Well, I will not keep you, but I wish you luck the rest of the evening.
For sure. Thanks so much, guys. Awesome job up there in the booth.
Thank you, sir. And again, that was Chris Golden, number 86 machine, currently sitting in your 10th spot with, as he was mentioning, Hunter Carlson in the 32, right ahead of him, your current second place point standings. In the point standings, he is your second place sitter, battling for that championship. We are going to go with that and take a very quick commercial break. We will be right back. And welcome back to the Skyland Baker Memorial 100. Lights on the pace truck are out, and we are currently working our way through turns 3 and 4 as these guys are double filed up. Hunley, Wilson, Lewis, Van Hoosen, Roberts, your top 5, with Luttrell, Baker, Carlson, Mullins, and Golden rounding out your top 10 at the moment of this restart. Pace truck pulls off. We wait for that magic boundary. And we are green, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. Hunley back out to the lead again. He has some great restarts tonight. Followed by Lewis in that 38 Havoline machine. Wilson in the 46 in your third position. Followed by Van Hoosen in the 05. Roberts in the 53. Fuel management and tire management are the big deciders tonight. These guys needing to watch their fuel and how much they're wearing their tires down. Another big one is their pit stops, if we can get any green flag pit stops. Pit time is going to be essential for track position. So not only is this fuel and tire management, but it's also management on the pit lane as well. Hunley, your current leader, just under half a second ahead. Got a battle brewing right there with the 79 of Jeffrey Douglas. And oh, one gets on the wall and 79 of Douglas gets sideways. And that'll bring out your Elite Track Designs yellow. Look at the... Looks like the 79 was loose going around the corner there, and that car to the outside just got in the wall. 79 got loose and got sideways and just locked his brakes up. You can't park there, bud. On board with Jeffrey Douglas in that 79 machine. He's getting a little slideways there. Someone's going to have to let him know he can't park there. I'm just saying. But that brings out your fourth caution of the night with 22 laps down out of your 100 set for the night. The 96 machine of Hunley out in first. He has yet to pit tonight. The lowest position he has ran tonight so far is second. He has been dominating that. He's been dominating out there in first most of these 22 laps. He's got his fastest lap is a 51.339 at 176.06 miles per hour around the Indy Brickyard. This track has a lot of history as these guys make their way down pit lane. At least the top 5 or 6, I believe. Followed by a few other stragglers. Some of them stayed out. But Hunley, your leader for most of the race so far, making his way into his pit box. I haven't seen tires quite changed yet. I believe these guys are mostly just topping off with fuel at the moment. As they make their way back out onto the track. Does Hunley Lewis Cliff Mullins in the 82 takes the point after those pit stops, followed by none other than Hunter Carlson, your second place point sitter. And behind him is always a contender for a win in the 26 of Daniel Michaud. He's always a pretty strong runner. Behind him, you've got Chris Golden in the 86 out of Elk City, Oklahoma, USA. Behind him, you've got Wayne Cannon in the 29 out of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. As these guys start working their way to a probable double file, your yellow lights on the pace truck will go out. That means we are 1 to go to green. These guys get double filed back up. Again, your top 10 is Mullins, Carlson, Michelle, Golden, Cannon, Grant, Lewis, Douglas, Hunley, and Lewis. There are 2 Lewises. Lewis, number 1 in the 45 and 7th, and Lewis in the 38 Havoline car is rounding out your top 10. As these guys make their way down the long back stretch, making their way into turn 3. I tell you what, our current leader in the point standings is sitting 16th in the 21 machine, as Hunter Carlson is currently 2nd. As I said earlier tonight, that is your battle, Carlson and Murphy. As your pace truck makes its way off the track and down pit lane, we head to that restart zone, and we are green, sponsored by Redfoot TV. Mullins pulls out front. Not far behind him, you've got Carlson in the 32, staying right at his bumper. Followed by Daniel Michelle in the 26. Golden and Cannon round out your top 5. Got a battle there between 38 of Lewis. I am having issues on my end. Got a car way off pace up at the top. Apologize for that. I was having some technical difficulties on my end. Never fails. Currently, your top 5 are Mullins, Michelle, Carlson, Golden, and Van Hoosen. Then you got Literal, Cannon, Lewis, Hunley, and Tressler rounding out your top 10. "28 laps, down 100. Hunter Carlson currently sitting in your third position. '82 of Mullins leading by just under a second. He has grown that lead by quite a bit. Looks pretty quick. Michelle not giving him too much, though. And we've got a Elite Track Designs yellow flag out on the track. That's your 5th of the night. As we've got a slow car on the front stretch. See if we can see what happened. Producer's currently going through trying to see if we can see it. Looks like he poofed for a second, and that is what possibly brought out the caution. So not really a whole lot going on there. Ghosting apparently, blinking apparently causes yellows. As the number 8 of David Wormuth comes down pit lane. You got a couple other cars on pit road as well. Yeah, that's definitely a interesting way to get a caution. Might have to see if that works sometime. As your 5th caution is out, you have a few more pit road takers. Oh, you had a juker. Mullins fakes the pit road entry as a few others go ahead and take it. And as they do, your front looks like it'll change up just a bit as Mullins is out there sitting on the lead spot, followed by Van Hoosen in the 05, Lewis in the 38, Hunley in the 96, and Wilson in the 46, rounding out your top 5. We have completed 31 laps so far out of the 100 that we are scheduled for tonight. as they work on getting the lineup just right. Get everybody where they need to go. Start getting them double file. We definitely got to give a shout out to Leadfoot TV and Golden Racing League for everything that you are watching tonight. Golden Racing League puts on some awesome shows each season. Your pace truck lights will be out as we will be green flag next time by. Everybody gets stacked back up, double file. That 82 of Mullins is strong, but I believe I saw Hunley in the 96 back there, which I did. He is also very quick tonight. As they make their way around onto the front stretch, the pace truck does pull off. And once again, we will hear green flag sponsored by Leadfoot TV. And we are racing again. 82 pulls out to the lead with the 38 of Lewis behind him. Van Hoosen in the 05. Everybody seeming to enjoy that low line so far. Got a few battles behind them with Carlson. In 10th. And 61 of Brody Byrne. Sorry about that, I couldn't see the number. And then you've Stephen Luttrell working his way by Carlson as well. And battling with the 61. '61 seems falling back a couple of spots. As we get 35 laps down. '36 of Luttrell making his way by the 74 of Christ. He'll go back a few spots as Luttrell and Michelle get by him. Cliff Mullins, your current race leader in the Pinnacle machine. And that Pinnacle 82. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with you. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Lynn Baker Memorial 100 here in Indy, brought to you by Golden Racing League. We are currently under a longer green flag stretch. We are 41 laps down out of 100. Currently, as it sits, Hunter Carlson that is, in the 32 machine is currently running in your 10th position. Now currently, with him in 10th, and your current points leader, Jared Murphy, sitting in the 16th position, if it were to end right now, I believe Carlson would take the title if it were to end right now. But as you can see, we still have quite a few laps to go. Anything can happen and probably will happen. But just some notables there. As I said, Carlson currently leading between those two in that title battle. Mitchell Wilson in the 46 machine out of Elkhart, Indiana, currently in your 3rd position. Wyatt Hunley in that 96 machine, been quick all night, currently sits in your 2nd position and working his way up to Cliff Mullins in the 82 machine, your current leader. Hunley closing that gap and closing it fairly quickly. Both of these guys have had fast machines all race. Looks like it's shaping up to be a good battle. Why don't we go to everybody's favorite time while we watch a few battles go on and crank up the noise. After we come back, you were riding on board with the 36 of Stephen Luttrell, currently your 5th place sitter out of Kansas City, Missouri. Funnily enough, I know where that is and I've been there. I'm not too far away. It appears that up to, from the back of the field to your 17th position, which is held by the 74 of Christ, is at least one lap down. Currently your points leader, or your leader, Cliff Mullins in the 82. He's led 24 laps so far, had 2 pit stops. He last pitted on lap 47 and currently holds a fast lap of 51.477 at 175 miles an hour. He is 15th. Correction. Your current leader is Wyatt Hunley in the 96 machine. I apologize, everybody, for that. I was just being informed in my ear of up to date because I apparently missed it. So thank you for that behind the controls, Mr. Brown. It's like James Van Hoosen in the 05, currently your 3rd place sitter. Getting some comments in the live chat over here. Looks like one of our drivers may be done for the evening. Making a comment in the chat. Your current points standings leader, Jared Murphy in the 21, currently sitting in your 13th position. He's racing out of Ridgeway, South Carolina, USA. And then you've got your 2nd place point sitter in standings, Hunter Carlson, currently in 9th. He is running out of Hannah City, Illinois. Carlson and Murphy, your 2 we are keeping a close eye on as the night goes on. And we have an Elite Track Designs yellow flag out. As you look in the pits and you see a car getting tires. And that lead that Hunley had goes away. And I'm being told a potential ghost caution possibly, as we are not seeing a viable reason for the caution, but nonetheless, it is caution number 6 of the night. Hunley, your current leader, followed by Latrell, Van Hoosen, Lewis, and Baker. Baker having a good run at the moment, sitting there rounding out your top 5. Behind him, all the way back to 10th, you've got Michelle, Roberts, Carlson, your current second place in points, in 8th. Golden in 9th, and Douglas in the 79 machine, rounding out your top 10. Looks like Tressler's in 11th. Murphy in the 21 machine, your current point standings leader, in 12th. And Cannon in 13th. Barnes in 14th in the 41 machine. Mullins, your earlier race leader, sitting in 15th. As your practically whole field makes their way down pit road for mid-race pit stops. Looks like you got some notables down there. Hunley, obviously. And then you got Van Hoosen, I believe. Latrell beats everybody off of pit road. Do we have enough time to pull another driver in? See if we can get us another one for our mid-race report. Let's see if we can get Hunter Carlson, your current second place point stander, in here. Hunter Carlson, this is Chase in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, bud. We know you're in the yellow here, but wanted to see if you can get us give us a report on how the car's doing.
Oh, she's tight, real tight. Been trying to work with it all race and haven't gotten where I wanted it, but we got a good restart here and hopefully stick with this front pack. I think we'll be in for a good finish as long as it goes green in the end here.
Sounds good. I know you're currently in that points battle. I know you're not thinking about that too much right now, but definitely want to send you good luck as you guys are lights out right now.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Again, that was Hunter Carlson in your 32 machine. Currently your second place points standing for that battle for the championship with the 21 of Jared Murphy who currently sits back there in 11th. Carlson sits there in your 6th position. As these guys are double file, we are lights out, and we will see the pace truck make its way back down pit road here shortly. And again, if anybody ever needs wrap done for any one of their cars, or they want some cool graphics done, go ahead and message Elite Track Design. Tell them I sent you. As Pace Truck has pulled off, we're in the restart zone, and we are Leadfoot TV green as Luttrell pulls out ahead, making for another lead change. Not followed far behind by Hunley in the 96. Lewis and Van Hoosen currently battling it out for that 3rd position. And Mr. Devin Baker currently sitting in your 5th position. As we talked about earlier, racing for, unfortunately, his daughter that unfortunately is no longer with us. But he is putting on a definite good showing for her tonight in that 5th place, making her very proud. And we have a battle for your lead as Hunley goes to the bottom, to the inside of Luttrell, and gets ahead of him and pulls out ahead. Luttrell falls in behind him, and Hunley, your new race leader, already starting to pull away from him. Hunley has had a fast car all night long. Jumping to over a half a second lead. And we have another Elite Track Designs yellow flag, our 7th one of the night. As we go back to the replay, looks like it involves the 29 machine of Mr. Wayne Cannon out of Roanoke Rapids. Looks like he might have gotten a little help from the 46 and just sent him for a bit of a slideways ride. 46 on board, Mitchell Wilson, as they go into the corner here. Actually, it looks like the 29 might have just gotten loose coming out of the corner, and Wilson may have just barely tagged him and helped send him further sideways. I believe the 29 might have just gotten a little bit loose in the rear end. And that is, in fact, how that cookie crumbled. As you've got a few more cars going down pit road. Cliff Mullins and the 82 Machines, one of those, leading the 3 down. Most everybody else has pitted recently. We are now 40 laps to go. And we are going to take one more quick commercial break, very short, and we will be right back. And welcome back to the Skyland Baker Memorial 100. 39 laps to go. Lights are out on the pace truck. We are double filed back up. Coming out of 4, we will be green. Your top 5 as it sits: Hunley, Luttrell, Lewis, Van Hoosen, Baker. The rest of the top 10 is Carlson, Michelle, Roberts, Douglas, and Golden. Here tonight with the Golden Racing League at Indianapolis. Been a great race so far. A few different lead changes, few leaders as the pace truck pulls off. and we make our way to that restart zone. Everybody pull your belts tight, because we are green flag racing again, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. As they make their way down into turn 1, you got Hunley out there sitting in first yet again, followed by the 38 of Lewis and the 36 of Luttrell sitting there in third. Van Heusen, I believe, sitting in fifth, with Baker now in fourth. This guy's been running strong all evening as your leader and the rest of the field make their way down the front stretch into turn 1 yet again. 37 laps to go. Stephen Luttrell, 36 machine, your third place. Battling, trying to find a way to get around the 38 machine of Lewis. Hunley, though, massive lead right now. Just over a second separates him from 38 of Lewis back there in second place and the rest of the field. Hunley been dominant all night. Back and forth, not quite having the lead all night, but he's had a very, very good car. As you watch the Lewis and Luttrell and Baker battle, as Baker gets up there within distance of the other two. Got a good battle shaping up right there. As these guys kind of fall in line, try to conserve a little bit of fuel with the draft. Carlson, your second place in points, sitting 8th currently, with your current points standings leader Murphy sitting all the way back in 16th. He's had a very rough night so far. Currently the second to last car on the lead lap as it looks. So we go back up front to your dominating leader right now in Hunley in that Munster Energy number 96 machine. Still sitting very comfortably in the lead at the moment, as you see Lewis starting to make a little bit of ground, but not by much. And you can look on your left side of your screen that Hunley currently has a 1.5 second advantage over third currently, as Lewis and that 38 Havoline machine is kind of pulling away from the rest of the field as well. As we are coming up on 32 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. I do see in our chat that we have some Devin Baker fans, so shout out to Devin, currently sitting in your 5th position. As you look on your screen, you see number 26 of Daniel Michelle currently back there right behind Devin in the 6th position. Kind of just cruising along. I think we're going to give you guys another treat here for a little bit and do it one more time. Crank it up. Riding on board with the 05 of James Van Hoosen, currently sitting in 3rd. It's so wonderful to sit here and just listen to the awesome power that these cars have. During that Crank It Up session, you might have noticed the 38 Havoline machine kind of bounced off the wall on the backstretch just a little bit. Some of these guys kind of flirting with the wall a little bit. The 38 of Dustin Lewis doesn't seem to have slowed him down too much. Looks like he just scraped the wall a little bit again. These guys getting a little bit high. But nonetheless, your leader still not Hunley. As we have 27 laps to go. here pretty soon, we're going to have a stint that is all too familiar and a whole lot of fun here in the Golden Racing League. It is our way to point out to these guys that there's definitely no more holding back. Your top 10 is Hunley, Lewis, Van Hoosen, Baker, Luttrell, Wilson, Michelle, Mullins, Roberts, and Carlson. Again, your championship battle. Carlson currently ahead of Murphy right now in the race. Carlson sitting there 10th, and Murphy jumped up a few spots. He's in 13th. I believe I'm right on that. Currently, you're at least a lap down all the way up to your 15th position. There's only 14 cars on the lead lap as it sits. As we go into our Golden Racing League, time to dig. 25 laps to go. It is now time to put the pedal to the floor and give her all you've got. As you look at your screen there, you got the 36 of Luttrell, the 26 of Michelle, and the 82 of Mullins, as Luttrell takes it to pit road, making a pit stop. Not sure whether that is a scheduled pit stop. As we jump back to your leader of Unley, and on your screen currently you got Devin Baker in the one car, currently sitting in your 4th place position. Definitely a good run for him so far tonight. Trying to catch and overtake that 38 machine, as it looks like Van Hoosen makes his way down pit road as well, as we may be seeing some green flag pit stops. Looks like Hunley had made his way down pit road as well, so that makes Dustin Lewis in the 38 machine your current leader, followed by Devin Baker sitting in 2nd. Devin Baker last pitted on 55, so you'll be wondering if he will be pitting again before the end of the race. Lewis and Baker, your first 1 and 2, followed by Wilson in the 46 and 3rd. Behind him is the 26 of Daniel Michelle sitting in 4th. And Mullins in the 82 machine, rounding out your top 5. Hunter Carlson, number 32, sitting in 6th position. And I don't know if anybody has noticed or not, but Jared Murphy, your current points leader, is now sitting in 8th. Your 1st and 2nd point standings are now divided by 1 spot in between them. And that would be Chris Golden keeping them separated. Carlson currently in 5th. Murphy in 8th. Devin Baker has made his way up to the lead for a moment as Wilson, to his inside, pushes through, and Wilson takes over that lead, dropping Baker back to 2nd. As Lewis in the 38 machine goes on to pit road. You got Wilson, Baker, and Michelle, your top 3. 20 laps to go. Carlson moves up into 4th. Golden in 5th. Jared Murphy, your current points leader, sitting back there in 7th. Or excuse me, 6th. Slight timing error, sorry about that. As Wilson and Baker both make their way onto pit road for a green flag pit stop. That'll put Daniel Michelle at the head of the field in 1st, followed by your 2nd place point sitter, Hunter Carlson, running in 2nd, with Chris Golden right behind him. Michelle with a 5.2 second lead. Not sure if he's pitted recently. 18 laps to go. Between 1st and 3rd currently is a 12-second gap. It appears like, if timing's right, Jared Murphy in the 21 has moved up to 4th with Carlson in 2nd. Again, that's your current championship battle tonight. Your current leader, Daniel Michelle, has last pitted at lap 54, so you've got to expect him to need to make a stop. He's led 4 laps. He's been as low as 25th position tonight. Started 18th. He has a 6-second lead over Carlson right now. There's Murphy on your screen, as well as we move to Hunley in the 96, currently in your 5th place position, as he moves around a lap car. This Carlson-Murphy battle coming to the wire as it sits. 15 laps to go. Luttrell on your screen in the 36 in your 6th position. And we have an Elite Track Designs yellow flag. Your 8th one of the night. See if there was a look back at that. See if there's a cause or if it's interesting. I'm being told it does not show a cause for the caution. As your current race leader of Michelle now gets that 5-second lead taken from him, and they will get stacked back up as Michelle now makes his pit stop, as well as a few others. One Hunley, I believe, back there questioning it and deciding not to commit. As it appears, Hunley is back up front, your current leader, as we have our 8th caution with 13 laps to go. Luttrell in 2nd, Van Hoos in 3rd, Lewis in the 38 and 4th, and Mullins in the 82, rounding out your top 5 with Devin Baker in 6th. And here it is, Carlson and Murphy, 7th and 8th. Those are your 2 championship battle contenders right there. Again, Murphy leading points and Murphy in 2nd. Now just 7th and 8th running right now. Can Carlson upset Murphy, or is Murphy going to take the title? We have 13 laps to fun.
Hey guys, just so you know, we only have 7 minutes left in the session.
Okay. Welcome, Colton. It appears we were just being notified in the booth of time constraints. As you may have overheard, as it sits current laps to go, you have Hunley in the lead with Luttrell, Van Hoosen, Lewis, Mullins, Murphy, Michelle, and Wilson rounding out your top 10 with Tressler, Gold, your 11th, 12th, and 13th, and last cars on the lead lap. Oh, my stream's doing it again. As we make our way back around, I believe lights are out. Pace truck pulls off, and they make their way towards the restart zone. And we are green, sponsored by Leadfoot TV. As we have a lot of bobbles back in the back of the pack, Hunley pulls out to the lead. Van Hoosen and Littrell battling it out behind him, and Van Hoosen gets loose. Brings out another Elite Track Designs yellow flag. James Van Hoosen gets loose. May have had a little bit of help there. We'll have to see what happened. I think he might have had some help. Can we get a... Yep, thank you. 38 comes in. The 05 gets a little too low, slows him down just a hair, and the 38 just runs into the back of him and spins him out. I'm not 100% sure if that was from the 05 getting slowed down a little bit from going too low. Take another look at it from the onboard of the 38 of Lewis. The 05 might have started getting loose and he got into the back of him. It's a little bit hard to tell if he got loose under his own or if he had the help from that slight rear bumper punt from 38. As we have 10 to go and our 9th caution of the night. Unfortunately for Van Hoosen, that sends him back. And As your pace lights go out, Huntley, Luttrell, Baker, your top 3, followed by Lewis, Mullins to round out your top 5. Carlson, Michelle Wilson, Murphy, Van Hoosen rounds out your top 10. Again, Carlson and Murphy, your championship battle, with Carlson currently ahead of Murphy in the race standings. Carlson 6th, Murphy in 9th, respectively. We are 9 laps to go. As we head to the green, we will be 8 laps to go. All eyes not only on the front, but also on that 6th and 9th positions, as well as your 3rd place sitter at the moment. Got a lot of fans for Baker sitting in 3rd as your pace truck pulls off and we head towards the restart zone, coming up to 8 laps to go. And we are Leadfoot to be green. Check that. It's going to be the white flag as Hunley pulls out to the lead. Lewis back there hits the wall. Got a loose car. Gets himself into the wall. Hunley out front. Ran strong all night long to be right where he needed to be at the end. As Hunley and the rest of the field make their way through 3 and 4. Hunley coming out of 4 and down the front stretch. And Wyatt Hunley, your winner of the Skyland Baker Memorial 100, unofficially followed by Luttrell, Mullins, Wilson, Van Hoosen, Baker, Golden, Lewis in the 38, Murphy in the 21, and Cannon in the 29 to round out your top 10 and Michelle Rex Wilson on purpose. We've got some after the finish drama going on track right now. Michelle not happy with what apparently transpired there at the end. Michelle blatant push to the rear of the 46 of Wilson there. Not sure that was the way to go about a frustration, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, that's not a cooler head's not on your mind at the moment. As we come back off of that, your Skyland Baker Memorial 100 finish as you see Hunley on the front stretch burning the house down, per se, as well as Baker, Devin Baker. The reason we all got together tonight as well as championship night, but he had a very strong finish, finishing in the 6th position. He definitely made his daughter in heaven proud. I am sure she is looking down and very, very thrilled. As Baker we are going to take a very quick commercial break. Gather your top 3 as well as possibly another, and we will be right back with you with on-track interviews. All right, welcome back to the Skyland Baker Memorial. As we just finished, we are going to quickly, I've ran down to pit road and I'm going to catch up with Mr. Cliff Mullins, who finished in third place. Cliff, first of all, how are you doing?
Doing good, man.
Good to hear. First of all, tell me, how did tonight go? Was it better than you thought? How did the car handle? I know that you had a pretty good run early on, so tell me a little bit how your night went.
Yeah, I kind of just had a strategy. I kind of got off strategy with everybody. I took gas really early and was going to go long on that first set of tires, thinking that with only 3 sets, I kind of prepared for a 100-lap race. We ended up getting a 94-lap race. So, unfortunately, all the caution at the beginning kind of led to that. But with everything that was happening, I mean, I was saving tire the whole time right there under that first run and was not really heating anything up. So I just stayed out and kept digging as long as I could, ran it all the way dry, and then pit. It got me a little bit behind the 8 ball because I got stuck back in traffic a little bit and couldn't really get back up there. I think maybe me and Wyatt were the two that had the fastest cars out here, and just unfortunately race didn't play out the way that I needed it to get myself back up there towards the front. But car was great and it was really good on long runs. I just need a little bit better track position there at the end.
Yeah, you definitely ran her back to a good finishing spot for sure. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank for getting you to this finish tonight?
Yeah, first off, gotta thank Chris for allowing me to come and run this race because I know it's the last race of the season for these guys. And championship race, I was trying not to get in anybody's way or really hold anybody up and run anybody too close, just knowing how the rules are over here. I've been meaning to come over here and race for a while, but my Wednesdays are tied up with a different Cup Series that I race in. So thanks to him for letting me come over here and run this thing and reminding me of it last night. But I got to thank Pinnacle Trailer Sales for being on board this thing, Curly's Guns and More, Midnight Performance, C2X, Low Drag Esports, Spin Venom Podcast, Low Time Motors. Let's see, I got to thank my kids, Jaron and Emily, my wife, Allie, for always supporting me and watching me do this stuff. And a shout out to Devin, for the reasons for the race and everything. So I'm glad we were able to put on a pretty good show for it, and all you guys for putting this thing on. And it's a good group of guys you got over here. So I mean, I'm glad to see it kind of going the way that it's going.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you coming over and running with us. Congratulations on your third place finish, and we will let you go go celebrate and hang out and whatnot. So
Yep, I'm gonna go eat pizza rolls.
there you go. That's a good choice. All right, man. Well, we will talk at you later.
All right, bud.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to make my way over to your second place finisher. And that is going to be the 36 machine of Stephen Luttrell. Stephen, how are you doing? Not quite hearing you. My mic must be messing up. Oh. Maybe having some difficulties. Stephen, are you there? Well, while we try to figure out what's going on here, I will send it over to my partner, Colton. I think he's got somebody.
Yeah, Chase, thank you for welcoming me in here to finish up the broadcast tonight. with the Sky Lynn Baker Memorial 100 at Indianapolis. We have your winner down here in victory lane of Wyatt Hunley in the 96 car tonight. Wyatt, take us back through your race there and let us know how your race went tonight.
I went pretty well there. It's fun trying to learn the pit strategies and the low fuel in these cars because I kind of set it up for the full tank. I didn't think about that when I got in here, but I really wasn't going to race. Didn't think about it. I was going to let them other boys race. I billed for it, and he's like, come on, race. Devin's like, come on. And I was like, all right, I'll do it for you, Devin. I'll come run one.
Yeah, I really think it was a good idea for you to race, man. I mean, you were out there, I think pretty much of the race, and you started pole, so it was definitely a good race for you there. You led 54 laps tonight, had the fastest lap of the night too. How was the car with the cautions and the long runs?
Long run was pretty good if we was in clean air. When we was in dirty air, it kind of get a little tight, snap you loose off the corner. You just had to kind of move your car around to find that clean air on the nose or the splitters, whatever we got under these things now.
Yeah, definitely an all in all good race here. And, we all know why we were here tonight for a great memorial, and glad we could put on this show out there for Sky and Devin here. And, you came out on top. So it's definitely a great win to win here tonight. And with the Golden Racing League finishing out the season here. So we want to give you a good congratulations on that win for tonight's race. And is there anybody out there you'd like to thank for the race tonight?
The whole crew tonight, Devin, James, Marty, and this wins for Sky. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Shockeye Racing Performance, Donnie Batiste Consulting, Speed Ranch, Miller's Trucking, Churchill Roof and Roofing, and my smoking hot wife, Sarah, and little man, Carter.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight. We thank you for being here and putting on a good race out front there. It worked out for you in the end. So go party it on down in Victory Lane, back in the pits, and take it on home with you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
And next up with the broadcast, the whole reason we were here tonight with the Chris Golden Racing League with the Sky Lynn Baker Memorial 100, I'm going to pull in Devin Baker, the whole reason why we were here tonight. And we put on this show, definitely a great thing that we did here tonight. I love it myself. Devin, you want to give us any thoughts out there, any backstory?
Yeah, I just want to say right off the start, I want to thank all you guys for putting this on for me and my family. We do appreciate it. It took me by shock, but it turned out to be a great little get together. Wish I could have did a little better on the race. I made a little mishap in the very beginning. My apologies to everybody. But I just want to shout out to my team, Shockeye Performance, and everybody here at Golden Racing for putting on a great show and doing such a great cause for me and my family in remembrance of my daughter.
Of course, anytime. We love doing stuff like this for anybody. It's a great cause. It's a great thing to put on, and it makes for a good show, no matter where you're at in the iRacing leagues. And puts on for the broadcast and gets you out there, gets you some remembrance. And like we said earlier, we thank you for being here and allowing us to do this for your family. And you had a great race tonight, so I want to congratulate you on that. And thank you for letting us do this.
Hey, appreciate it. You guys got a good thing going here, and I'm looking forward to the future.
And with that being said, thank you again, Devin, and I will hand the mic over to Chris Golden.
What is up? Welcome in, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I mean, if you don't, you can't be a race fan if you didn't enjoy all that. But I came in, finished 7th here, right behind Devin. Great place to finish, by the way, behind the guy that the race is for. Everybody who beat him should feel terrible. It's all their fault. I'm going to throw that out there. But I am actually here with our season 1 champion, Jared Murphy. Jared, so I want to throw this out real quick because we ran 10 races this season. You were the only driver in the entire league to win 2 races. because out of 10 races, we had 9 different winners, which as a league owner, the way I envisioned this league when I created it, the diverse spec of different driver abilities coming across all these different I guess you could say avenues, disciplines, all combining into one, having 10 races with 9 different winners. I could not ask for more than that. But across all of those, all the way from mini stocks to next gens, we ran this whole progression ladder, and you came out on top.
Hey,
Kinda talk to us about your season a little bit.
yeah, I had really good speed all season. First couple weeks I couldn't find victory lane. I broke through and then had a really good middle of the season. And past 3 weeks I've shot myself in the foot and got caught up in wrecks. And I was just here starting part basically tonight. Just had to make some laps. And if I won, I won. If I didn't, he deserved it more than I did. So yeah, it was a great year. I had a blast. I loved the different cars every week. It put a different challenge on for everybody, and yeah, I had a blast.
Heck yeah, man. It was a pleasure to have you. And I'm just going to take the mic here for a second and talk about all of the all of the drivers we had before this race. We had a lot of newcomers come into this race. This was the first race they ran with us this season, going all the way back to week 4. So out of the 10 weeks, we had only our first 3 weeks did we have less than 20 cars. We have had 20 cars every single week on our asphalt side, going all the way back to week 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We had more than 20 cars. So people love what we're doing here, and we love having the guys that we have here, and a couple gals as well that have raced with us. With this season being the first one, there's been a lot of learning curve stuff. A lot of ups, downs, just like any season, but especially being the first one. I never in my wildest dreams could I imagine that our first season we would already be averaging 25 cars per race. I mean, we had over 60 cars on the asphalt side race with us this year, at least one event. We got so big in one season that we're going to have to split into 2 separate leagues because we're out of numbers. I mean, we out of 120 race numbers, we have 12 left. So we're going to have to split into 2 leagues and open up a few numbers. But that's more than I could ever ask for. With my admin team, Colton, Hunter, Steven, Wayne has been a huge help to me. Landon doing the productions, Tracy doing the productions, all my other admins that I have. I mean, it takes literally everybody, especially these guys stepping in when I've had to go work or when I've been on nights and hadn't been able to do what I wanted to do. Hunter with the other side of Golden Chef, and Dave's Trailer Repair, David Warmuth, with his kid and Campbell's Candies, Kids Deserve Dads, the memorial race here that we were able to do for Devin, the memorial race, or not memorial, but the race we were able to do to support autism awareness earlier in the year with the late model stocks. There's so much that we have been able to do good with this league. And it's crazy that we can use a video game to change people's lives. And that's what we've done. With Kids Deserve Dads, we raised almost $1,000 with two to three races between Golden Racing and Four Wide Motorsports for Kids Deserve Dads. And we brought a kid that loves race cars. We got to have him see his name, an entire race named after him, a little kid with autism. And this we were able to do for Devin tonight. I mean, we have done so much good in the world with this league in just one season. I don't know how to express where I see this thing going because I don't know. I'm just kind of holding on at this point, but I can't express enough gratitude for all of you guys that race in here and watch these broadcasts and the fans and announcers and everyone else. Because I say it a million times on my TikTok streams, and as you guys know, I race part-time in the ARCA series as well. Even if we could do what we do without you guys, it wouldn't be half as fun. So I can't express how grateful I am to all of you. And that's pretty much all I've got to say tonight, guys. I'll let y'all sign this thing off, and we will see y'all May 6th. May 6th will be opening night for our asphalt side on season 2. But upcoming, of course, this Saturday, we have the 410 sprint cars at Knoxville for our dirt side. And a week from today, we will have our asphalt versus dirt all-star race for our top 10 in asphalt points and top 10 in dirt points, where the top 5 will receive cash prizes for that all-star race. So a little bit of what's coming there soon and what's coming for season 2.
All right.